Hi guys, welcome to the Boo-Boos channel. This is my second time taking over. The first time I did a recording the other night, it wouldn't go up because apparently it didn't like something that I'd said. And I weren't swearing or anything, but you have to be very careful what is said. So I thought I'd take over. I haven't done it for a while. Last year I took over, I think maybe once or twice, and that was funny. So I thought I'd take over tonight. I've been doing the battle pass for the hubster while he's been doing some of the decorating bits. We've both been doing the decorating, but he does the bits that I can't do and do the heavy lifting. That he's the muscle. I'm the painter. I do the painting and stuff, but it's a progress. But I have to do little bits here and there. I can't, and he does what he can when he can. It's a long process. What might take someone a couple of days or a day to do something that takes us ages, but that's because of various things and my physical disability and that don't allow. So we just get doing what we can. But I've been trying to get the battle pass done, and I think I'm like 78, 79%, 79%. So it's getting there slowly. We're getting there, but it's fun anyway. So I've took over the hubby's channel, and don't worry, it's not going to be a recurring thing all the time. It's just I can't, and also I can't get to my PlayStation right now. So, and I haven't really been posted up. I haven't even posted anything up on my YouTube channel, which is different. I have every intention of it, but we just, it's time, and I haven't been decorating on top as well, so it's been a bit difficult. Because I got the Lego game, Horizon Lego game at Christmas time, and I started playing that in January, and I was going to do gameplays, which I'm going to do on it, but I just haven't finished yet. Now I'm not that good, so don't judge me. I'm just doing it to help out, and it's a bit of fun for me. I don't take it seriously. But out of the zombies, I've played the Tomb one. And I can't remember the other one I played, but I played them on here, but I prefer this map. I'm sure I'll probably have you all shouting at the screen or something. But the decorating has been going well. It's just stressful, as anyone will know. I hate decorating. Love the finished product, but getting there is a stressful part. It don't help because it sets my, I'll say this, it sets my quirks off, but I won't go into that, because if not, that'll probably ban me for that next.
Sorry you came here yet. Well, if anyone had to show up, I'm glad it was you.
Oh, that's funny, using the car. I'm not opening the air section in the areas. I like to try and get a little bit built up, then do it, and then I like to pack a punch. I think that's what you call it. Well, I was thinking about games, and when I recorded the other day, I'd mentioned, I said, oh, I was going to get the Indiana Jones, but now looking at the online thing on it, I'm now not going to bother getting that. So that's going to save 70 quid. If you look at the Booze channel, you'll see he did a whole video on it, ranting about it. I say ranting, but he really is just giving his opinion. But he does it in a passionate way, which you can't blame him, because it is annoying. But I did say I'm looking forward to hopefully... Well, need some ammo. I hope they bring Croc out on physical. I know you got it on download, but as I've said before, the hub's said before, we don't like that. We want physical. And I think Croc deserves it to be physical, so I'm hoping. I did see, I can't remember, it wasn't limited run, but it was something, some sort of company like. Oh no, you're not trapping me. Some company like it, and they had a physical pre-order, but you never know, it's like a piece of string to that. Because I once ordered from Limited Run, I'm pretty sure it was, and it was Guns and Cannelloni. Oh my god, like 3-4 years. In the end, I had to cancel it. In the end, I'll give it like nearly 4 years. I'm pretty sure. They did finally bring it out, and I'm pretty sure we did get it in the end. But why wait? Why make us wait that long? But I'm hoping with the Croc, because look at the Tomb Raider remasters. They did that, and they're going to bring the other ones out, and they're doing that on physical. And that's good, and it did well. So I'm hoping they're going to do it with Croc. And then if they do it with that, I'm hoping then they'll bring the second Croc out. I would also like to see if the Frogger, can they bring Frogger 1 and 2 double pack out? Because that'd be fun, but I suppose it's the rights and licensing, whoever's got it, etc. as to the reason why. Well, that one got a run on, that one. Oh, my aim's brilliant. There we go. I can hear one. Where is it? Where are you? Because I can hear you. I could hear another one, but I can't see it. I'll do one more round on this bit, then I'll start opening some doors. Because then I've got a fair bulk of money up there a little bit. No ammo. Did play the other night as well with Dork. He was on. Yeah, the other night I was swaffling away, talking all sorts. Talking about my love of cooking and what I'd been cooking and what I like to cook. This week, this last week, I made Kung Pao chicken with some veggie rice, and that was nice. Me and the hubby enjoyed that one. That's going to be on the firm favourite list. We have our favourites. That's an added new one. We had an old return favourite this week also. And that was sweet and sour chicken, bit of a Chinese thing, with rice again, but a different style of rice. And that was nice. Also, we're traditional, as it's Good Friday. This week we will be having fish. Our choice of fish is cod, because I don't like any other sort of fishing. I like cod, and I like king prawns and prawns, but only if they're hot. I can't eat prawns if they're cold. Yeah. So that's the only two fish I'll eat. So it's cod we're having. We're going to have cod, some chips, and some mushy peas. And then the boo will make it swim in vinegar. He loves his salt and vinegar, especially the vinegar. I don't like salt and vinegar, so I don't have that personally. I know it's traditional, but I don't like it. Not for me. But I do like mushy peas. So it would be traditional, and then Sunday is traditional dinner for Easter. So that'll be nice. Also, I don't do a pudding very often from us, but I did do a sticky ginger cake and custard, and that went down like a treat. So that was pretty good. I do like to cook, but now it's easier now. My kitchen's more organised again, and that I'm gonna have a day where I do baking, like savoury one day, and then I'll do sweet another. I like to do that. The boo likes he calls them cheesy biscuits, but they're not. They're scones. I do scones. I do fruit ones, plain ones, but it's the cheesy ones that are always the favourite. My hubby loves them. My father-in-law loves them. Dork loves them. My mother-in-law especially loves them. Even our nephews and that, when they were younger, if I made batches of them, they'd come round and scoff a lot. If we have parties and stuff, and I used to bake them, they'd get scoffed. A bit like my quiche, because I'm good, quite good. I don't like to blow my horn, but I am good at doing like pastries and things. I can cook cakes and sweets and that. But I'm good. I do what the boo again calls a school pie. I do a traditional. I'll do beef and onion one, but I add like tin tomatoes and that too. I do a chicken balti pie. That's nice. I do all the flavour nut, but what I like to do is when I made my pastry and I top it, I like to then cut it into like little shapes. I put like one time I put sheep all over, another time I put pigs. I like to make it fancy. It's fun to me, and then I sometimes post it on Instagram. I don't really post a lot on my Instagram, to be fair. I mainly just post on Vinny. Vinny's got an Instagram. Our little poochie. Vinny's Ventures 22, if anyone wants to check out our Insta, where you can see him in his life of luxury. And I might be biased, but he's very, very cute. He's funny. I post videos of him, post what he's doing, when he gets treats. And let's face it, he gets treats all the time. He gets toys all the time. Everything. His most recent treats are his new bed and his sofa, doggy sofa. Yes, my poochie has his own sofa. Because we got our new sofa when we were decorating, and we wanted to prolong it because we learnt our lesson when we had the other fur babies, especially Gizzy. When Gizzy was little, we got brand new set of leather recliner sofas with Gizzy, and he ruined them. Couldn't stop him. You had to have eyes up your bum, and he still managed to scratch it. And dogs do what they do, and we had brand new carpet at the time as well, and he ruined that. So we learnt this time. This time we're decorated, and we've got laminated flooring, which is easy clean downstairs. We've got it in the kitchen, but we've also got it in the living room. It's just easier for, like, the main walkway for cleaning, and also because of Vinny when he goes in and outside. And then, let's face it, all dogs owners know they can, especially little dogs. You would think it's the bigger dogs that make mess. No, it's the little dogs. Trust me. Trust me. We've had little dogs compared to Tyson, and Tyson was a breeze. But the littler the dog, for some reason, the naughtier or dirtier they are. And it's a full-time job, chasing around after a little dog, constantly cleaning. So we're trying to make it easier for ourselves this time with the laminate, but we have got a really nice rug. It's really super soft. I picked it. It's great, lightweight, but try to keep Vinny off the rug. And we've covered our brand new sofa with blankets, so we can just take them off and wash them. And refresh them once a week and that, and I hoover them every day with my little handheld hoover every morning when I get up. But what I was going to say, we do it just, but we try to keep Vinny off the sofas, so we got him his own. It literally is like it is a little sofa. It sits next to ours. If he's on our lap, that's one thing, but we don't want him just wrecking the furniture, so people might go, oh, you can't do that. But we try to keep on top of it, try to keep house proud. We've had it where the dogs have just run right and then the house gets a mess and that makes you look bad and then you feel depressed because it gets on top of you. So this time we're trying to keep on top of it more.
One less fighter to worry about.
But we know our baby likes his creature comfort, so I made sure to get him. And it's really cute. It's grey and white. It matches the furniture, and it's got like a plush velvety. And then it is like a little sofa. It's on little legs and everything. And he loves it. But the best part of it is if he does make it, I put his little soft blankie over the top of it because he loves the blankie. So I put that on top of it for him. But it's easy. I then can just take it off, wash the blankie, and that's got the cushion detaches from the sofa completely. So I can clean the sofa down. But then I can take the plastic pillow out of it, because that's put on, and then I'll just take the casing off and then wash it. And it's so easy to wash. And keep it fresh, so I do that once or twice a week, depending. If it's been raining and Vin Boy's been out, and then he comes in, obviously he gets mucky a little bit because it can't be helped. So then, obviously, I just wash it down. The same as I just get his blankets up on his bed cover and that, and throw it in there, and his blankets. And keep it fresh, but I do. I'm a bit funny with I don't put his stuff in with ours. I do it separately, and then when I've washed his stuff, I'll put a washing machine on get the Dettol cleaning stuff in the little bottles, or the Fabulosa one, depending, and I give it a hot wash and clean it out, and then we'll wash our stuff and that in there. But I'm very particular about that. Vinny's stuff only gets washed with Vinny's stuff, but then the washing machine gets a clean before we use our stuff. But I'm particular about that. I mean, every day I wash out his dog bowls. He's got his little doggy bowls. He's got a new doggy bowl set up. It's a raised one this time in a nice light grey wood. He's had these bowls, and then he had these new stitch ones about 6 months ago. But when we done the kitchen again, the hubby thought he might like a raised one. So he's got raised ones with bigger bowls, and he loves it. But so all I do is I feed him and then wash his bowls out. But again, I'm particular about that. I won't wash anything with us. He's got his own special doggy sponge for his own bowl to wash his bowls in. Yeah, some people might say I'm a bit over the top, but or Jones way, but I just got my set ways of doing things. It's for him as well as us. Yeah, so just want to make sure he's alright, you know. But then, obviously we've got some bad doggy parents. Nah, he gets it like the luxury, that little pooch do. If he could talk, he'd tell you. He gets more, he gets more than anything. The amount of bacon and cheesy bacon treats that dog gets, you won't believe. I don't know where he sticks them all half the time.
Joined the physics team last year.
He loves them.
Weird.
They're his favourite, the bakers. So you get the cheesy twists or the bacon rashers. God, that dog loves them. Nice. Can hear him chasing me. Try to get a load of them together. Get out of my way, bitch. Look at him. I swear this was what Dork must do to get the rabble that he gets coming after us. Oh, look at this. You're not getting me that easy. Hell no. When my boo plays this back, he'll be like, oh no, she's talking about blooming food again. That's my specialist subject. Food, candles, shiny stuff. You know, basic women stuff. Cleaning as well. I love cleaning. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm simply pleased. I get to go somewhere and there's cleaning products available for me to look at. If I go somewhere, when I do go out, on rarity, if I go, say, to Home Bargains or something occasionally, and I go down the cleaning aisle and there's a new product available or a laundry product, yeah, I'm all over it. It's exciting. Then it's the best day ever. The boo, because we don't go out that often and that because of our anxieties and that and go into shops like that, but when I do, the boo will sit in the car and we'll go early, like morning. I'll be the first one in because like Home Bargains opens at 8, as does BM Store, and I will be in there first. And sometimes people will wait in the car for me, and then when I come out, he's like, oh god, here she comes again with yet more cleaning product. And he's like, why? If it's a new fragrance washing up liquid or fabric conditioner, I'm all over it. It's exciting. To the boo, he's just like, yeah, whatever. To me, I'm like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Most recently, I was very excited about the laundry products, and it was the Enchanted Rose collection. That was very exciting. I also noticed that the Flash had, I used the wet cloth wipes, floor wipes thing. you know. I use them on my little flash mob thing, and they had a new fragrance of that out from Mrs. Hinch collection. I forgot I think it was Wildflower or something like that. And I was very excited about that because obviously I've tried the lemon, I tried the hibiscus vibes one, I think it's called. That was nice. The Thai Orchard's the one I buy the most of because that's the hubby's favourite fragrance. If he gets near the Thai Orchard Febreze can bottle, that don't last very long with the boo about. He loves that one. As do I. So we were very happy. Well, I was happy, should I say, when I saw the new Enchanted one out. One, because Snow White Disney themed, and I love Disney, if anyone will know. And two, I love cleaning products and laundry stuff. So that was the best of both worlds for me, and I was very excited by it. Simple Minds.
Your project data security, yes? A so-called rapid response team. Not nearly rapid enough. But
yeah, now Pack Punched. Out of my way. Now I've got to wait for the groundskeeper. This is always the bit. Now this is the bit that usually takes me down. I'd like to actually try Exile, I think they call it. But we shall see. Maybe the luck will be on my side. Who knows? This is where I could have buggered myself a little for opening too many doors, but we'll see. So in the video today though, my voice might sound a little bit different, a bit deeper than it usually is, because I've got a bit of a sore throat. Oh no, not you, you mother buggers. Try not to swear. Try not to. Yeah, bug off. Yeah, but also you gotta be careful about when you get the bloke with the metal shooting that thing. I don't know what you call them. Oh no, look at this, Jesus. Oh, I've got a rabble and a half. Ho 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 ho. Catch me if you can.
Bonus points.
Yeah, bonus points, I won't missing that. Yeah, oh, bug me. Let's just keep it going. Oh, I wish this bloody roundskeeper would bloody make an appearance. Oh, there he is.
Full power.
I've got to say, you better not give me the nuke now. Oh, we could have had the stem text earlier, thank you.
That must have been Dennis Ruffin, church groundskeeper. Good guy.
Oh, you did it though.
Stick around
Yippee!
Wonder what the key's for.
You know, when I take over the channel, I just talk crap anyway. Come on, open the door in your own time.
All right, Riffle. Let's see what
Now we're going to play Eight-Legged Freaks. Nice. It's the jumping what gets me. Yeah, quick off. How many is there, for God's sake? I'm glad I'm near the ammo box. Sod off.
Max ammo.
Right, where have I got to go? Break open the utility panel. Excellent. Okie dokie, this can break that open. Yeah, that's going to be the difficult bit, because then you have to get the tap, and I can never get past this bit. So they just, every time you try, they come and they swarm you.
Employees probably used a crank to control the water pressure.
Gotta get the crank out. But it's then when you come back to use that crank. Oh, them spiders. Need a bit of a reprieve here.
Handy. That should fit any standard pressure control valve.
Cool. Alright, let's get these off my tail. Boom. Whoa. Didn't know he was that close. Charming. Personal space, people.
Max armor.
I need more than that. Nice. They'll come again in a swarm before I have a chance. See, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna try and boss these up first a little bit, I think. What do other people do? Do they celebrate their Easter? Do they just get a load of eggs? Do they have the full dinner and eggs to celebrate? Obviously, people are probably like more like, oh, it's for kids, but what do people generally do? I mean, we always get the family an egg. We got Dorka Munchies one this year. Got the Booze aunt an egg. We get her one every year, but we tend to get her an egg and a little other present. But we get Dork an egg. We get my in-laws an egg. The hubby gets an egg, obviously.
Double points.
I got one this year. I don't always want one every year, but I got one this year. So that was fun. So, what do people generally do when we have the Easter dinner, as usual? When we were kids, we used to go to the fair. Well, where I grew up, it was a fair. When all the fair rides would come, they'd set up on a Thursday, they'd be there on the Friday, and all that. Or they'd be there on the Friday, Saturday. They'd do it on the Sunday, and then they'd leave on the Monday. But that was back in the days when it didn't cost an arm and I hate to think how much a fair rides cost these days. But when I was a kid, it'd be like 20p a go on the first night, on the what they'd call the main night. That'd be like 50p a ride. Hook a Duck was cheap as well. Oh, I'm down. The Hook the Duck, and that's in the days when you could get goldfish as a prize. So it's even better, you know. So I don't know. I didn't do too bad. I got 401 eliminations, 204 criticals, and I did 12 door buys. So that ain't too bad. But yeah, did other people have the fair go round? Because I know it goes around the country, but does anyone remember it? Do they still do it? Do they take their kids to it, or do they go on the rides? I couldn't go on the rides myself now. Boo definitely wouldn't go on the ride, but couldn't do the crowd of people in that either, because it used to be the fun and the atmosphere walking around, but I can't now. Got a bit funnier. I can't be in the hordes of crowds. It gets really, really busy. But you'd have all the loud music going, wouldn't you? And then you'd have someone over the microphone go and scream if you want to go faster and all that. Yeah. So I just wondered, does anyone else do they still do that? I know they still do have the fair. They do it where I used to grow up, which I won't say, and they do it at they come to the local showground here as well and do it, and they go to various other bits and sit up and do it for like 3 nights or so, just before Easter, during Easter, and then after Easter. But they go round, so I just wondered if anyone else has do the same. Do they take the kids to it, or how do you do it? Do you bother with eggs? Do you bother with a dinner, or do you just not bother at all? Because a lot of the traditions, a lot of people don't care about these days. They don't celebrate things. They moan about Christmas, they moan about this, that, and the other. But me and the hubby, we're quite traditional on certain things. We like to celebrate occasions like that in some way, even if it is just like a dinner. But every Easter, like we said, we usually do buy everyone an egg each. Apart from Louise' aunt, we buy her a DVD and an egg. But everyone else just gets an egg.
Roger to Alpha. 3 Janus science staffers are missing somewhere in your AO. Locate and extract. I'm counting on their expertise to end this outbreak.
And then, like you say, we have a dinner. Like a roast, but a special one.
Double points.
But I know a lot of people probably do that. A lot of people don't even cook their own roast dinners anymore. They go to a carvery place, which is nice. A carvery place is nice. But the traditions of a Sunday roast, cooking it yourself, seems to be a dying thing. People don't do it, which is a shame. Or do any of the traditional, like cottage pie, shepherd's pie, toad in the heart.
You're handling this well.
Oh, we do all that, and I do shanks. I do lamb shanks and mint gravy. I talked about that the other day. And I also do gammon shanks, and I do them in the honey mustards. And they're nice. But we'll do it with roast potato and stuff. I love the traditional foods. Well, we do.
Insta-kill.
But don't get us wrong. We like lasagna. We like Mexican. We love Mexican food as well. Tacos, fajitas. Oh, burritos. We have a love now of burrito. But it was only this year the first time we tried Taco Bell. We got one now opened where we are, and they deliver. And we had a Taco Bell for the first time ever. And don't get us wrong, we like it. It's lovely. But we do make our own. I make fajitas. Well, I don't know how you pronounce it properly. Quesadillas. We've made them ourselves. Well, I've made them. We've made tacos, enchiladas. Also, I do that more in winter time than enchiladas. It's very filling. Do a chili con carne, but I have to do it my way. I can't use the mixes of the pre-thingy, and I can't use the sauce because I'm allergic to beans, the kidney beans. I can't eat kidney beans. I can't eat butter beans. I can't eat. The only bean I can tolerate is a baked bean. Don't ask me why. I can't, and a green bean, like a fine French green bean. But I can't eat like black eyed peas, kidney beans, butter beans, or anything like that. And obviously, traditionally, you'll put kidney beans in places when they do like Mexican rice and restaurants, they'll put it in. So I have to be very careful because there's another place that we have ordered food from for the beautiful burrito, but I can eat there because they are in the options that states do you want beans or not, and that gives you the option, which is lucky for me because I can then say no to the beans and eat it. But if we want something and we can't do it, then obviously I cook it myself. But when I make chili, people might laugh. I wash the sauce off the baked beans, and I just drain them in a colander and wash them off, and then I use them so you still get the bean texture, but it's like I make savoury sausage rolls, and there was a recipe I saw. It's a bit like the higgledy ones with the red roasted pepper and feta, but in their recipe they use chickpeas in theirs, and various other places that I looked up recipes and they all wanted to use chickpeas. I can't use it, so I washed the baked beans and used that so you get the texture of that. And then I use the reduced fat and then roasted peppers, and I make my own feta roasted pepper sausage rolls. And I have even made them without any bean at all, but if I do use a bean, I will use a baked bean. Funny, I know. Because I love the taste of it. It took a long time to like when I was a kid. I used to get really ill and I got more and more severe allergic reaction, and in the end they realised it was the kidney beans. Kidney beans was the first thing they realised it was thingy, and then I carried on being given butter beans and stuff, and I was having the same, and then they realised it was all beans apart from baked beans and the green beans, like the French fine green beans. I can eat them, but all the other beans I wish I could eat, but I can't. And I can't eat, like I said, black eyed peas, chickpeas, or anything like that. Which is weird, but yeah, I don't seem to have a problem with lentils. Or rice, or anything like that. I don't know. Weird. It's weird what you end up getting allergic to. But I've been like that since I was a kid, and I'm also allergic to plasters. Can't have the plasters, or so when I have dressings or anything like that. It's hard for me. Allergic to that. Allergic to latex. And for some reason now, whenever I touch plastic bags, it brings me out. Don't ask me this. And thingy. And paint. I got paint when I've been painting. I got a little bit of paint on my skin. And now it didn't used to get irritant, but I didn't know if it was that particular paint brand or paint or what, but the paint made me have an allergic reaction. But things can change when you get older, and things change a bit like your taste buds, I suppose. You get aversions to things, it seems. Boring subject, I know. But I have to be careful, obviously. I have to read the labels on everything, make sure, because they hide stuff in it. I mean, like when you get KFC, they have these really nice looking rice bowls I've seen advertised. I can't have them because they put the beans in. And you ask them, can you take the beans out? And they're not like, no, we can't do that.
Bonus points.
But you'd be surprised what has it in it. You think, well, why you got them in there? But I have to be careful with the boo-boo because he's very severely allergic to strawberries. So I have to read everything and check everything. But sometimes you write to companies because they don't actually say. It just said. So it's like I wrote to Mr. Kipling once to ask about their angel cake and their pink French fancies, because the fondant, but I weren't sure if they were strawberry or not. The lemon, the chocolate, not fine, and the white Christmas limit one, but the pink ones I wasn't sure, and I had to. I rang customer services, and I wrote a letter because I needed to be sure, and they couldn't actually tell me if there was strawberry in it or not. They couldn't tell me. So on that bait, they were like, we're not sure if it's just colouring or if there is essence of it in. When we're not 100% sure. And I thought, well, you should know because it's your company, but they didn't know. But I everything is like when they say jam. I'm even wary when they say, oh, it's raspberry and apple jam. I'm still quite wary. I try and avoid buying anything with jam in, unless it's blackcurrant jam, just in case. So I tend to, if we do have anything, or so that the boo-boo is left out, I will make it myself just to make sure, because I don't trust it. Then at least I know that it's not got the jam in it. And because I had bought something once and that said apple and raspberry on it, and I checked and they were like, no, it's apple and raspberry, and I gave it to him and he ate it and he had to go to hospital and he was really poorly with it because they'd put they said one jam but it weren't. They'd still put, and mistakes can be made, and I know it was a mistake, but a pretty life-threatening mistake. So after that, this puts me off. I do it, I check everything. If there's a pink sweet in anything, like a sweetie in a bag or a chew or something, I won't buy it. I don't buy it in case for him. I'm very particular about have to be.
Double points.
Because you've got to be careful these days. But anyway, handmade's always better, I find. And like I said, the traditions are going. You don't see cream horns and that everywhere anymore, or apple turnovers. I make my own cream horns. But when I make them, I have to do a production line. Because the mother-in-law loves them. The kids love them, like my nephews and that, they love them. My father-in-law loves them but has to be careful now because of his diabetes. Before, Boo couldn't have them because they're traditionally strawberry, but I do them with, make sure I do raspberry jam. The best part is whipping the cream and putting the cream in. Actually, I love the whole process of making them. I can't lie, I like making the thing, then buttering my moulds. I've got the little horn moulds, so I've got a load of them. And then I butter them up, warm, make sure they're done, and then wrap them round and get the perfect horn, and then you do it, and then if you've done it right, when you pull them out, they get them. And the best part is you pull them out just after they come out, because if not, they'll stick. And even if you grease them up a little bit, but they come out, and when they're perfect, it's like, perfect little unicorn horn. And then you fill it with the jam and the cream and the yum yum. But I like that, and I like making apple turnovers, egg custards. They're a personal favourite of the Boo's. I make the Portuguese tarts, which is like an egg custard. I make them as well. He also really likes them. Like I said, make scones, cheesy fruit. I make brownies, lemon drizzle, loaf cake and that, muffins. I made some muffins once and they were really nice. Lemon and poppy seed ones, they were nice. I also make little mini loaves, raspberry mini loaves.
Kaboom!
And that's nice, but the recipe I did, I found it when I was trying to find low-fat recipes, this, that and the other, and you make it with yoghurt, and there's a bit of come out really nice, and then you fresh raspberries, and they're tiny little loaves, and they're soft, like when you cut them open, they're like little pillows of fluff with raspberries. Obviously, I like the muffin. I like to make the big ones. When I do the muffins, I like to use the tulip cases. The big tulip cases, because I make quite I make them, don't get me wrong, they're soft, but I make quite a robust in size. I like to make sure you get a big portion. A bit like my grandma in that sense. She used to do that. And she'd cook and that, she'd make sure it's big portion sizes. That was her that taught me to bake. That's the only thing, I've been very good at doing that since I was little, because she used to help us. I think from about 3 years old, I learnt to make fairy buns, stood on the stool with her holding me and teaching me how to do it, weigh it all out and that. And make pastry. I could make pastry blindfolded. But that's good. It's like I got taught from a very young age how to peel vegetables and everything, and prep meals and cook, boil an egg and do all that. But I learned that some people say, "Oh, that you're doing it too young." But I don't know. I think that's good. I learned there's a lot of people out there now, and fully adults, that don't know how to boil an egg or cook a chicken or chop or even know what some of the vegetables are. I have heard grown adults say broccoli and say, "What's that?" And a parsnip is like, I know, not judging, but it's something when you don't know what a carrot is or know how to boil an egg. I also really enjoy making bread. I used to make bread all the time, loads of it, different loaves. I should start making it again more, but look at ways to make sure it's okay for the father-in-law with his diabetes, to make sure it's controlled. I mean, I'm pretty careful because I say I'm diabetic, but I don't have anything sugary and that. I never have any problems, but we'll say, oh, that's what the blood tests show anyway, but but I don't eat sweets and that very often anyway. But I do like a bit of carrot cake, can't lie. If it's my birthday or something, then someone say, do you want some cake? I always say carrot cake or just a Victoria sponge cake, and a bit of that's fine for me, or a scone here and there. But I'm not. I like baking, I like cooking, but I'm not one for eating the sweet stuff. But I like making it. But I do like making bread. Loaves. I make white loaf. I make a seeded loaf. I make a cheese and onion bread, a sun-dried tomato bread, a 3 cheese bread, which my mother-in-law likes especially. I made cheese and spring onion breads. I can make it, but like I said again, I got taught from a young age to do it. Like I said, when I was 5 or 6, my father would turn around and say, oh, make a shepherd's pie, and I could do it. I'd drag all the things out, drag the stool, and I'd do it. And I know I shouldn't, and I shouldn't really, but I can't peel with a veggie peeler. I have to use a knife. I've always used a knife. I was taught with a little knife, and that's how I peel, with a knife. Always did, but even when I was little, I peeled with a knife. Shouldn't have really done that. Used to make when I used to make cups of tea in the morning and get up before everybody else. I don't make it sound like child slave labour, but that's how it was for me. I just saw it's normal. I didn't. Other people have said that in how I grew up. In a way, it weren't right, but also it was okay because I learned the skills. And I learned how to iron and press, and I learned how to laundry and make beds and change my bedding, and I could change a duvet on my own and double duvet, and that some people can't do it on their own even now when they're fully adult, but I could do the basics and stuff like that. So I don't see it as a bad thing, being able to know to do that and know how to cook. And I clean, but I love cleaning anyway, and cleaning's therapeutic for me. It's a therapy. Excuse me, Vinny, off there. You know the rules. Go on, baby, over there, back on your sofa or play in there. But you know you're not allowed there. Good boy. See, guys, had to parent then, because I'm watching the screeny little one sneaked onto the rug and was about to try and sneak up onto the sofa, the little bugger nuts, but I caught him. But there's a way of telling them. I mean, look, I didn't go right off the rip, so I didn't get up and that and go nuts. Just literally just say his name and tell him, and he knows. He knew straight away. He moved. No big deal. But people might laugh. You have got a parent, you dog, in a way. People might laugh when I say that, but it's true. Whoops. You have got a parent. Oh, look at this horde. Nice.
Max armor.
Finn's pretty good though, you just tell him once no and he know, just say his name and say no and he stops doing whatever it is you challenge him to do. Bless him, he knows he's... And that ain't for any other reason or bad reason, it's just that they taught him from a pup right and wrong and what's right and what's wrong for our household, you know?
Your project data security. Yes.
But we just...
A so-called rapid response.
Want to respect our stuff and when you save up and you decorate, you just want to keep your things nice and that. People might say, well, you can't with the pet, but you can to a certain extent. Like I say, you put blankets on and look after it. But there, he's got his boundaries, and the boundaries is he's not allowed on that rug, and he's not allowed on the new sofa, but he's got free reign of everywhere else. He's got free reign of all the rest of the floor and just not that rug and or being on our sofa, but he can go anywhere else he pleases. And he's got all the creature comforts, including his own sofa, so I don't see how that's bad. I'm sure some people will disagree, and he gets to sit on our laps and sit on the floor and sit everywhere, and he's got his bed, he's got his bedroom. Yes, he has his own little room. And that, and he's got his bed in there, and his blankets, and he's got all his toys. He's got rerun of their house. It's like an obstacle course when he pulls all these toys out. He's got more toys than Smiths. But you'll get some people moan, no, you should let him on the sofa. You should let him on that rug. How dare you not? Well. He gets to go everywhere else, and I hoover every day, and I mop the floors every day. Twice a day I mop the floor, hoover every morning. Then I hoover the sofas and hoover everywhere. And people might think it's funny, but I I clean the hoover after I've hoovered. I've got a special handheld hoover for hoovering the sofa. But I clean, we've got a shark Hoover and the pet hair Henry. We've had the pet hair Henry for years. Love that. Love a Henry. We'll never get rid of it. But we've also got a shark because it's easy to you just press a button and it's easy to do like on the stairs, and it's lighter and it's quicker to thingy round. But we've got 2 Hoovers, but then I've got the little handheld, but I clean them. It's no lie, I do. I clean them, I'll empty them and I'll literally wash it out, dry it, make sure, keep it. Well, people might laugh and say it's like showroom condition Hoover, but I like to keep it clean. The smell, because I'm conscious, because when you've got animals that you can't smell what someone else might be able. Not that we have visitors or anything, but when you open the door. I don't want someone to open the door and think, when I'm getting my medicine delivered and they're like, a wet dog. Or when we have inspection for the heating or whatever come in, and now you don't want your house smelling like a wet dog. Or something, do you? Well, we don't. So... Then because... you get targeting like you're dirty or something, and you're not. So, down. So I just make sure I keep that clean as well. But the shark, I do recommend the shark. Great little Hoover. But I recommend the Henry as well. But if you've got pets, get the green Henry, the pet hair one. Had it when we had Tyson. Had it when we had Gizzy. Had it for Vin, and it's brilliant. All I do with that one is I get the Vax little air freshening discs you can buy. You get 6 in a packet, just open them and stick them in there to keep it fresh. You can get different fragrances, but I think you can get summer fresh and meadow fresh, and I think you can get a lavender one as well. But just stick it in and it keeps it fresh. It's fun. When we did have carpets downstairs, I also used to get the pet hair mousse Thai Orchard 101 mousse freshener. I'll still get it and have it on the stairs and on the landing and in the bedroom, but I don't need it downstairs anymore like I used to because we don't have it down. But like I said, I hoover every day and then I just get the flash mop. And then mop the kitchen, mop the little toilet utility room, and mop the floor downstairs. And then I use the mop upstairs in the main bathroom. So then the only really carpet now we have is what we have on the landing and in our bedroom. Talking of occasions, we've got a special occasion coming up on the 23rd. We've got our wedding anniversary. Yeah. It's come round again. It's gone quickly. I can't believe it. I won't go into how many years, but we're getting up there now as people. It's a running joke. We've said it before when we got married. People were like, "It won't last. Give it 6 months." Yada yada yada. Obviously, always the underdog. And I'll put it this way. Over 10 years. Over 10 years now. We celebrated our 10 years way back. If you actually look on the channel, you'll probably find the video of it. If you look back a little bit, way back. But you'll see, yeah, funny 6 months. But no, we'll watch a film together. Have something nice to eat, celebrate together. Might share a little bar of chocolate together, an Aero or something as a treat, or a bag of Maltesers. But we'll share something together. We actually at Christmas did buy a bottle. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink. I'm usually teetotal. I'll only ever have it like, even on our wedding day, I took literally the littlest sip in your life of champagne on our wedding day. I can count on one hand what I've drunk in the last 15 years, even maybe 20 now. Don't get me wrong, when I was young and a teenager, and before I become the way that I am now, I would drink, and hell yeah, I drink. Jack Daniels was my favourite. Vodka Snakebite. Oh, does anyone remember Snakebite? Yeah, I used to drink Snakebite. I think they banned that, you know. But back in the day, I used to get it. I won't name where I got it from because might give away where our location, where I grew up. So not that I live in the area I grew up, but it's about an hour away. But you kind of get the gist of where we are, and got to be safe on the internet because there is weirdos about. Sad but true. So yeah, we're going to celebrate, we're going to have films, and people won't go, is that all? But yeah, that's nice for us, because we don't go to the cinema or things because we can't, because of obvious reason, and so we do our own little thing and we call it a date night. We might, I don't know if I'll be cooking today, or if we get to order something, then I'd like probably burrito. Anniversary burrito. Sounds good. I have to see if we can do that. But I know that we're going to get Wolfman, is one of the films. Looking forward to that one. And I can't pronounce the other one, that Norfolk stew, or however you want to pronounce it, but it's got Johnny Depp's daughter in it. It's about, it's like a horror thing. We're gonna get them. They're the two films we're planning on watching, which will be fun. I might even suggest, if we've got time that evening, to watch the film we first watched together when we first film we got when we got together to watch. Kill Bill. That's a classic. Might see if Boo wants to watch that and all. We've got that though, somewhere on Blu-ray. Got the double pack of it. But yeah, that might be fun to watch that, because that's the first film, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correctly, but if not, I'm sure he'll stand me corrected. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That'll be fun. So yeah, special occasion for us. Because it's no secret, we got married, and we got actually married on it's George's Day. We got married on St. George. So it's easy to remember that. Well, I'll always remember. But the running joke where they say the husband forgets. The boo-boo ain't got no excuse, because ours is St. George's Day, so he can't forget.
Bonus points.
Our wedding was pretty simple, but I like that. We didn't want nothing big and fancy and over the top. We don't like all eyes on us. It was about just being married. If we could have done, though, to be fair, we'd have just turned up, got married, and then had a McDonald's on the way home. This other outside forces wanted, so they had to make a bigger thing out of it. And it's still a really locally small wedding, and we only had family there, but we wouldn't have had like the big. They wanted an even bigger reception. We didn't, but we compromised, and what we did is got, funny enough, a local carvery and I just asked if we could have a table, and they actually give us up. They closed off the whole half of the restaurant for us, the family, and they set up a nice table. And then what I did is, the day before I went there with everything, and I'd done the seat where I wanted everyone to sit, and I did it all. I did the flowers myself. I got glass fish glass bowls. They call them fish bowls, but they're really pretty. And then I bought the flowers and done all that and had them. And then on the day of, the woman just put the tablecloth and the flowers on, and we had little favours that I did. Had them in little blue organza bags that I bought online, and had little favours, including little love hearts. So when you open the love hearts, had our name on. And then I did the traditional thing and got the I'll get my words out. Wait a minute. I get little gifts for like my father-in-law, my mother-in-law. We got her a crystal flower, a rose, because my bouquet was roses. The flowers that I had on the table were roses, and the flowers actually I had on the table were roses, white roses that I'd got from the local market, and I put it with blue thistles, and it looked quite pretty. But then the buttonholes were roses for everybody. Everyone had a buttonhole. And even the females had them, because the hubby's sister had a bitch fit about a flower or something, but I wasn't there, obviously, because we were separate for our wedding a bit before. We did it traditional. But yeah, there was roses. And then my bouquet was roses, but mine was a special rose. It's the white, I mean, people might not know, but I had the Akito roses. They were massive-headed white roses and smelt really fragrant and beautiful. And then had hydrangea, blue hydrangea, because our colour was like light blue, like hydrangea blue. And that's what the organza bags were. And I had the same little bags what I put rose petals in. Not real rose petals, but they were artificial to throw for confetti. Because you weren't allowed to throw proper confetti or rice. They said you could have natural flower petals or them. So I had them. But it was pretty simple wedding. Literally, I only had 2 people on my side come to the wedding. I did invite, but people didn't want to come. Got weird family after all, and then a lot of my family didn't want to invite family members there because they said it was embarrassing how low key our wedding was. Weren't good enough. Blah blah blah. Weren't fancy enough and posh enough, but it was because we got married at our local registry, which it was fine for us. Like I said, we didn't want a big fuss, but Babu had his nice suit on for the last of the big senders for Mazda. His suit came from Mazda, as did his shirt, as did the tie he wore. He wore a silver tie with a flower pattern on it. He had nice shoes, smart shoes, still got the shoes. But I can't remember, I think he bought the shoes for Mazda as well. But what was funny, what he didn't know is, as a joke, I'd stuck stickers on the bottom of his shoes, and they said, "Help me." They've still got those stickers on today, because he kept the shoes, and he's only worn them once since when we celebrated 10 years, he wore them, and they still had the stickers on then. But yeah, it was a joke. They said, "Help me" on there. And then obviously he had his rose buttonhole, and he looked very handsome. Fun fact, his dad wore a tie that he wore on his own wedding day. Apparently it was to give us luck. So we had our nephew, well, not the eldest, but the oldest who's around at the time, which was little Johnny. He's not so little now, though. And he was our ring bearer. And then our niece, she was only little at the time. She's only a baby. She's only a few months old. She was our flower girl. She's our flower girl. Then we had the Page boys. Then Christopher had his best man. We said nice vows. We picked our vows. Because back then you got a booklet and you could choose vows, and we picked quite traditional vows, what we liked, and we had a nice reading that we liked. And we had music played. We had music when we went in, then music when we were signing the register, and embarrassingly taking photos while we were signing the register. Then when we left, there was another song. They were personal songs, meanings to us. But that was nice. But yeah, it was a quiet. But then like I said, we had a car. We we set up the table. We had a wedding cake. We did have a wedding cake. I was going to make the wedding cake, but then apparently that weren't going to be good enough, so we had a cake, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful cake. I remember we went to the cake testing, and it's actually Boo who designed the design of the cake, and that was white and blue. It was 3-tier. It was like a white, then a blue in the middle, and then a white at the bottom, and it was 3 tiers. The smallest tier was the traditional fruit. Then we had the middle tier was chocolate, and then the last tier was just like the plain vanilla and cream, and that was nice. It was nice. I don't know who ate all the cake because there was hardly any of it left. But we kept the top tier, and then when we had the after party back at my in-laws after the main reception, as the party continued, and that's when the fun really began, we had little rubber ducks with bride and groom like wedding attire on, and we had that as a centerpiece, and then we had like nibbles and that. But our thingy was a sit down, and they could have a thing, and the kids were running around, and it was nice. But the weather was beautiful. The weather was really nice for April, but the sun was shining, beaming, and the sun was out for us. It was a beautiful day. I will say it was the best day of my life. Because it was. Well, apart from our first date, that was one of the best days of my life, but marrying Boo Boo was the best day of my life. I never did think I'd get married. I didn't grow up dreaming of getting married like some little girls do. But when I met Boo Boo, I knew I wanted to be his wife. And he's proud as punch that he is my husband. We understand each other. Other people might not understand us, but we understand each other. We're each other's worlds. At the end of the day, we're two sides of the same coin. We're the peas together in our little pod, if I had to describe it. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a happy occasion that we get to celebrate another anniversary. Obviously, Mother Boo would be like a big FU to everyone who's like 6 months. He loves that. On the day of, he'll then again be like, that's a funny 6 months, but just true. It's a funny running joke for us now at this point. We're like, yeah, funny 6 months. But you know what people are like? They don't like it when you succeed and things are nice. People would rather watch you fail than succeed. And that's a cruel way to look at it, but that's the truth. We live in a cruel world, unfortunately. And people can't just be happy for people. There's always got to be some sort of judgment in anything. But like I said, I'd have married Boo Boo without any of it. I would have done in a heartbeat, because it's about us getting to be together and commitment to each other. I didn't care about the dress or this, that and the other. I didn't care how expensive the wedding bands were or anything like that. I'd have been literally happy just turning up, wearing a plastic pop ring if I had to. And that, but like I said, I'd live in a cardboard box with that man if I had to. It's not about that for me. He's my person. He understands me and loves me. he puts up with things with me as I put up with things for him. But I think some people, when their marriages and that don't work, it's because they don't communicate and put the work. We talk all the time. We laugh all together all the time. We talk all the time. No, we don't always share the same exact opinion on everything. No, we don't. Sometimes we have to, we'll agree to disagree. We'll talk everything over, but I can honestly say the whole time we've been together, we mean the booth, I've never had an argument where we've been shouting and bawling and swearing at each other and all that business. Never done anything like that. We've not agreed on the same thing, and he'll give his a point, I'll give mine, and 95% of the time we'll come up with a solution we both agree on. Occasionally we don't, but we don't argue on it, we don't swear. I can honestly say I've never called him a naughty word or swore at him. I can't say he's not swore at me, but that's only not in the way you'd think. It's just that the boo swears in general. When he's saying normal sentences, he swears, so you can't really count that. But I can honestly hand on heart, and people might laugh, no, we've never had a blazing row. What you call a row, ding dong and that. No, we don't do it like that. But we'll have a difference of opinion. And our opinions aren't usually on major things. I won't lie, we've had difference of opinion on other things over family. Because it's no secret, my family made things difficult. And not being horrible, some members of the Booze family made things difficult for us. And that caused stressful times, it did. And we'd have a difference of opinion on how to handle it. But we talk about it, and that made us stronger and closer together, actually. So those who thought they were putting wedges there and spanners in the works, I'd like to thank you, because you just made us even closer. If you're watching, you made us even more stronger. So thank you for that. Like when we had other problems, didn't break us down, make us row and fight and hurt each other, hate each other. And we talk all the time, and I've never ever been like, oh bloody hell, I wish I could have 5 minutes peace away from him. We're not like that. We're under each other's feet all the time. Yeah, he'll do his own thing and I'll do mine. Like he's doing his thing now, I'm doing this. But when people were moaning about it being in lockdown and being like under each other's feet and that, we didn't have that issue because we're together all the time. But we like that. And we can be talking 24/7. We don't get irritated by each other. I know some people do, but that's not what happens with us. I joke with him sometimes because when he goes on that, it's funny. I call him my little. People might not know who not in the UK and that, but there's a TV show called One Foot in the Grave, and there's an old man on there called Victor Meldrew, and he's like, I don't believe it, and he groans, he grumbles, and his wife's just like, yeah, whatever. I groan, I laugh at that, and I call him my little Victor Meldrew. I always have done though. I've been like, yeah, alright, Victor Meldrew. It's funny.
Alpha team, what was that? Your body cam signal is breaking.
That was funny. And like when he'll talk, he'll call me the wife on here, or we'll say boo boo. And that's because that's what we call each other, boo boo. Majority of the time, it's weird when he calls me my actual given name and I call him his given name, because to each other we're just boo boo. When we first got married though, and we first got together, and I still do call him it from time to time, and and that's Honey, but that was Honey Bunny, but then changed to Boo Boo, and we always call each other Boo Boo. To the point that when we are in a public setting and you're supposed to use names, we forget and call each other Boo Boo, and people look at you like you're weird. But I don't. It always feels weird when he calls me my name. Not used to it, and it feels weird when I say his name, which is just Boo Boo. That ain't a bad thing, because even his mum and dad, they don't call themselves their given names, they have nickname, which they use majority of the time. I think it's cute. I know some people have it like behind closed doors, shh, secret name closed doors. We don't do that.
I patched into your signal now. I can assist you, but a lot of this you'll have to figure out yourself. I have an acquaintance in town who can help you gather the LTG components.
So yeah, basically me rambling on, but that's the truth of it. We've got our anniversary coming up, so we've got Easter, then we've got our anniversary, and that's nice.
Do you read me?
Hopefully we'll have the decorating finished at some point. We're getting there. Got to do a couple of little bits in the kitchen. One little thing in the living room to make it 100%. Then it's just finish the landing, bedroom, and then the main bathroom. So that's cool. But we'll get there. Then the last task was the dreaded garden. I love flowers, I love floristry, but I hate gardening. I hate gardening. I hate it. I'm mowing lawns and fiddling about and that. Don't like any of that. What's up, Bing Bob? He's barking at nothing. There's nothing there, darling. Mummy's looked at the camera, there's nothing there. This reassuring the dog he's heard something that I can't see. I'm looking at the camera and I can't see nothing, so what he's barking at, God knows. He's probably not happy now because he's had to wake up from his slumber on his sofa. But something's got him going. Boom! Oh, look at that. That was spectacular. Oh no, I'm down again. Told ya. I'm never that good. Anyway, guys, it's just a little bit of fun. I think I'm going to end it here. I just thought I'd come on and waffle a little bit. I know the conversation worked great, so if you don't want to hear me waffling on, just ignore me, because it's just me, not the boo-boos bit. But, yeah, so I hope you all have a nice Easter. Maybe the boo will update you on our Easter and our anniversary, what we actually did do. But like I said, I think it's going to be films and a bit of foodie. And, you know, couples, moments, but we'll also see, but I'm sure the Boo will go on and have updates and this whatnot, and put gameplays, and, like I said, I was just on here messing about, because I'm trying to get the Battle Pass, helping do that, but I hope you enjoyed the video, but if you didn't, I apologise, but don't blame the Boo because this is me, I took over, and, hope to see you all in the next one. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm making a... Yeah, I done it. This is where I'm a wally because I don't understand all this. Yeah. So I'll say bye-bye here and now, and you can all laugh at me trying to figure out what the hell I was doing. See you